Hola, hola, hola. Hello, everybody. Welcome to His Cross Science and welcome to today's today's benefit for Chat and Esmeralda. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, my husband was just outside and he was just closing the garage. Me, we should be getting streamed in just a minute. So how are you? My name is Maureen from His Cross Science and I am happy to be with you today. And let me go ahead and pull something up. How are you all? Be with you today. Well, that's me. All right. All right. Here we go. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Okay. So thank you so much for those that are joining me today. Today we're going to be I'm happy to be part of the training page of this benefit of hope and healing for Chad and Esmeralda. Thank you so much for allowing me to come in. And we're going to be crafting, and this is going to be at the end, as you all know, we're going to be auctioning the craft that we're going to be doing today together. We're going to be auctioning it, and to benefit all the proceeds is going to be benefiting Chatting Esmeralda. As you all know, he is recuperating from some complications from a kidney transplant. And thank you for those that are starting to that have been participating throughout. I just want to go ahead and put this on the side. All right, sorry. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let's say hello to Living a Heartful Life. Hello, Miss Sue and Mary and Kelly and Miss Cheryl. Thank you so much, and thank you. Oh, I see Esmeralda being here. Awesome, and Anita and Rosebrook Cottage. Thank you so much. And Cheryl, thank you for sprinkling. All right, let's go ahead, and Robin and Lori, I could spend the rest of the time just saying hello to you, but I'm going to make sure that we are taking good, doing good with our time. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you, and I'm going to slide you down just a slightly so you guys can see well the craft below. All right, so over here, what we're going to do is that we're going to be doing a canvas. You all can hear me fine. Just want to make sure. I was just charging. I was charging this morning the microphone. I just want to make sure that it is got well charged. Um, but I'm going to be doing a canvas today, and so that way it is a nice one of those. I think one of those good projects that you could go ahead and be able to lay on hang on the wall, be able to put on an easel, or be able to just lean it back against the wall to be part of the decorations. Thank you for the prayers, Miss Lisa, and let's see, Angie, good afternoon to you. Be the light. Thank you, by Melanie. Thank you so much for being here. By the way, if I am new face to you, thank you so much. My name is Maria, and my page name is His Cross Signs, and I'm happy to be here in this event of hope for that is going to be benefiting our friends who are also part of Craft on the Clock, and fellow crafters Esmeralda and her husband Chad. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. And by the way, this one, it is, I believe I just put it down. I got this canvas at the Dollar Tree, and this is a 10 by 10. However, obviously you could get this is the kind of project that you're going to be able to do on any type of canvas. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is to treat our canvas by painting it. It's going to be very neutral, so that way you're going to be able to use it on any decor. Becky Swimsy, thank you so much for being here. And Edith, thank you for the love. Yes. You hear me well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start painting it. You all, today was one of those days that I was just here in my craft room. I have been cleaning for the past, not yesterday because I worked really late yesterday, but what was it, Thursday, New Year's Day, I was cleaning my craft room New Year's Day, and I was finishing it up, just working here, cleaning it up today, so it worked really well. All right, so awesome, thank you so much. All right, and we have Sheila from Sweetest Creations and Decor. All right, so I'm going to just, this is going to be very, very neutral. Again, the idea is so that it could work with any decor that you may want to add it to or gift it to. And my idea is, most of my crafts, I like to do crafts that are just going to be spreading hope and spreading God's word, one craft item at a time. You know, we cannot use our voices. I could use my craft to do that, to spread the love of God and to spread his, the hope of his word, that his word brings. And thank you so much for all of the prayers for Esmeralda and Chad's family. As you know, they are a small business, and when you think about it, Christmas, cannot imagine having to deal with Christmas, small business, family, and all of the uncertainties and of health issues. I've never been through anything any close to that, so I can't even imagine. So thank you, Pam from Unique. Thank you for being here, love. And Esmeralda Jennings, thank you so much. All right, so now I gave it a good coating, went ahead and did the edges as well as you saw me. On the last time, I just went ahead and I passed my brush just all in one direction, so that way you could get all of the markings of your brush bristles all looking or going the same direction, right? So that was with parchment, antique parchment. And it's one of those colors, I think it's one of those basic colors we all have. Thank you for sprinkling, you guys. And Cynthia, friend, how are you? All right, I think as I'm moving things around, a little bit of dust just got on there, so just want to brush it off. Now we're going to go ahead and dry it, and then up next we're going to be using a little bit of the air dry clay. We'll do that. All right, friends. I've seen this morning some faces I had never seen before. The lady that was doing the church, I miss her name, that was painting that church. She was adorable. What a talent. Do you all remember her name? She was just probably about 3 spots behind. Kind of had the event in the background, and just kind of go in and out as I'm telling you, I've been cleaning my craft room, been pretty busy. And I appreciate a little bit of prayers, guys. We just detected a leak in our kitchen underneath the sink, and it looks like we're gonna have to be replacing quite a lot of stuff over there. Not fun. But you know what? That's all material, so I know God makes a way. All right, so now to this, we're going to I'm going to leave it on the side just the way it is. Thank you, Denise. I'm going to be putting on the side just the way it is. It's going to continue drying because it's not fully dried. And putting that to the side. We're going to do a little bit of distressing, not a lot, but it needs to be fully dried. So I'm just going to put it on this side. I'm going to turn on my fan. Put it on this side. Turn on my fan here and let it dry as it faces the fan. Perfect. All right, so The sound was better before the mic. Oh, really? Oh, gee. I'm going to have to go ahead and listen to myself and see what's better. Honestly, you guys. All right, so the next step that we're going to do is that we're going to take some air dry clay, and here's a brand new one from Des. I think many of us have used that. Unfortunately, the only thing I really forgot to get, I'm gonna go and get it, is my wax paper. Give me 1 second. And get my wax paper here. We're gonna go ahead and roll a fair amount. And we're going to go ahead. Hi, Ellie. How are you? Oh, yeah. If I were to show you the pictures, it doesn't look good, guys. I have my husband over there dealing with it. One of the things this was also creating mold on that base cabinet. And ever since that first time that I got COVID, you guys, that I got a pretty bad bronchitis, have not been able, my lungs have never been the same. So I cannot get close to that unless the mold is removed, because then my throat feel like it's closing. But anyways, but my hubby is over there dealing with it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take, that's one of the things that I just feel for Esmeralda, because as much as we could say about the husbands that they don't close the cabinet doors and don't put their shoes away, I don't know what I will do without mine. So I need to think that to have a husband not in bed, oh gosh, and just to the way they feel as well. So many aspects, you guys, so many aspects that we could look at this, and anyways, and be prayerful and grateful for what we have. All right, I'm gonna just realized I have a little bit of clay left over on my roller from the last event, so I'm going to just take that away. All right, so we're going to be rolling it out, and I want to roll it kind of like in a 1/4 of an inch thickness. So this one is a brand new one. There we go. Gotta be working out my muscles by doing this. All the lack thereof. Hi, Miss Cindy Clark. How are you? Happy and welcome. Happy to see you here, and welcome. Appreciate all the support. Don't forget that by commenting, you are also, and by spreading this feed, this videos, you're also helping us crafters. All right, so it looks like it is about the 1/4 of an inch mark that I want it to be. So now I am going to just spritz it just a little tiny bit, and I'm going to take my sponge. Go ahead and just wet my sponge. The thing what I want to do is to be able to remove all of the any air bubbles or crackle. Smooth it out really nicely smooth. Okay. And give me 1 second, you guys. I did forget to get something. I knew I forgotten something. And I did forget to get, here's a small, no, that's not the one. Hold on a second. You forgot to get this the small cross. Here we go. So we're going to be putting a cross inside here, but I have several the cross that we're going to be adding is just the print of a cross. All right, so I'm going to show you. Let me know which ones you prefer. Okay, the one, let's call this one A. Here we go. Let's call that one A. And let's call this one B. Actually, let me show you because I am probably the same color as the cross. So this will be A. Let me know what you prefer. Hello, those of you that are on YouTube. I see Lightning Bolt. Hello to everyone. Yes, thank you for subscribing. By the way, this episode is being um, simultaneously is being shown or streamed right on YouTube. So if you are not if you're on YouTube, then I appreciate you subscribing to His Closest Signs. And hello, Rico Feta. How are you? Donut number 99. That's a fun number. Hello, hello. All right, so A or B? This is B. All right. Oh, we're liking B. Okay, we are like kind of tied now. A, and this is B on the bottom. A on the top, B on the bottom. A top, B bottom. I'm seeing more for the B. Hello, my friend Debbie with Second Hands Creation just jumped in. All right, so we're going with B, I believe. All right, I'm seeing a lot more for B's. So let's go ahead and go for B. Yep, I'm seeing lots more for B. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put our cross right here in the middle. Go ahead and smooth this out. Remember, this little sponge has a little bit of water. It's just it's a damp sponge. I'm gonna put it right there in the middle. And I'm going to take my roller and I'm going to just press down slightly. Just kind of evenly. So it's completely pressed down. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. And now I'm going to get my little hook. I'm going to try to bring it up without having to damage it. So I'm going to do that. Trying to just pull it from every side just to kind of, there we go. Just to kind of be able to lift it straight up and not leave any markings other than the cross. There we go. Oh gosh, you guys, it looks beautiful. I'm gonna put my cross back. And those little crosses are sold in like little packs at the Dollar Tree, by the way, if you were wondering. But if you have a cross, like a necklace, a necklace that has a cross, you could also use that. It's just to give you the imprint. All right, so let me go ahead. It's got a little something on there. And now let's go to the next part here. Smooth anything else out. Any other prints. There we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to get is, look at this beautiful big, this is like a cookie cutter, and it comes in a set. I'm going to show you guys. I bought it as a set. I bought it on Amazon, and it comes in a set of 4 like this. Now, I bought it last year. Obviously, last year just ended, but I bought it probably at least 6 to 9 months back, and I can't remember exactly the price. But I could always go to my history if you guys want to know more about this. But this is the one I'm going to use, the biggest one right here. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and press this down. I'm going to put it right on there. Our parchment paint, antique parchment. I'm gonna go ahead and measure it and see. This is going to go directly right on here, and it looks beautiful. So I'm going to put that on here. I'll lift up and make sure that I have it centered. That looks, and turn it my side. Oh, it's a little bit crooked. And that looks about right. Okay, so now I could turn it your side. And let's go ahead and bring it down. I'm going to put my roller here and I'm going to add even pressure, going back and forth to make sure that we got that. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and wiggle just a tiny little bit to kind of detach it from the edges and start removing my outer extra clay. All right. So hi, Kefany from Kefany's Craft from Memories Past. Sweet friend. Thank you, Grace. Grace redesigned by Shonda. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put it right away onto some plastic bag. And I always like to put a wet paper towel next to it. That is not going to touch the clay, but it's going to be, it's not going to touch the clay, but it's going to conserve the moisture that it's supposed to be having. So I'm going to go ahead and dampen my paper towel with just a little bit of water. There it is. Gonna just throw it in there, just on the opposite side, and then it's going to conserve the moisture as it continues, as you leave it open and you get through it. All right. So now that we're done with this, now let's go ahead and start removing. And to remove it, I'm going to just press down a little bit with my sponge. There you go. And there. That added a tiny little thing there. All right, beautiful. All right, now this eventually will need to dry, obviously, but as it's drying, we're going to, in reality, we should be allowing it to dry and then come back to it and be able to paint it and do what we need to do. But we're going to go ahead and do that now. Now, one of the things that I've been thinking is what color we should be painting it. And if you leave it up to me, I will tell you blue because I'm just a blue person. But if I have, let me go ahead and get you some of the colors here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring a little bit of some of the other colors. And you all help me to decide. We have, and here we go. We have some Admiral Blue. We have some English Ivy. Going to be, let me get a little something. Let's see. Have a red. Let's see. Or if you want something much lighter, we could do something like Cloudless. Let's see. So let me know what you guys will go for. Or we could do something like, what do you call that? Have enough of elephant. Let's see. We could do some type of gray. All right, so we have picks. You have choices. We have what's this one is berry wine. We have English navy. We have English ivy green. We have cloudless, or we have this is a metallic one, and it's a silver sterling. All right, so you all help me pick. Trying to see what other colors I may have. May work. All right. So I think those are great. Oh, I think I see one. Hold on a second. There's a sage. Is this one sage? Hold on, my glasses on my head. Spanish moss. Let's see. Beautiful choices. The wine, the burgundy. Oh, you guys are good. All right. We have choices for the wine. We have wine or English ivy. All right, let's see. Wine, hello. Did I say anybody else here on YouTube? Thank you so much. Don't forget, don't leave without subscribing if you're in YouTube. All right, let's see. We have 2 for English Ivies and 2 for Burgundy wine. All right, so let's go ahead and put the other ones on the other side. Oh, English Ivy. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay. So here are the 2. All right, here we go, guys. Moment of truth, because this is the 2 that are coming ahead. So we have the Burgundy, which is the English, the berry wine, or the English Ivy. Going for those 2. The silver wine, we have wine, Spanish moss, Ivy. Okay. I'm thinking that probably... All right, give me a couple more and then we'll decide. Let me go ahead and get the brush. Going to get the brush ready. Make sure this one looks perfect. The Ivy, the wine. You guys, I'm not making this easy. Think about how if you are going to be one of the ones that are going to be auctioning, which one would you like to have? Okay. I think we have... All right. I see a lot more for the wine, you guys. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the wine. I'm sorry for those that whose heart was going for the Ivy. But I'm thinking I see some more of the wine. Not that I am counting exactly, but that's what I see the most. Oh gosh, now I'm seeing a lot of the English Ivy. All right, anybody wants to help me count? Because I ain't getting anywhere. Okay, we have another 15 minutes, you guys. We got just the last 15 minutes. Okay, now we're seeing more of the wine. I think I'm just going to go for the wine. I think that's the one that I saw the most. All right. Let's all give the ocean blue. Yeah, I was, Deb, my heart was going for the ocean blue. And then I saw the moss and the Spanish moss. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my my wine, my berry wine, and trying to, let me go ahead and get it. I put it on the cap. Let's see. You know what? I think it needs just a little bit of mixing, you guys. So let me go ahead and get a little bit of something to stir with. Oh, Caffeine, that is the best advice. That is really sweet. All right. Thanks, you guys, for everyone that went ahead and helped us decide here. All right, so that is a beautiful color, I do have to say. I think I have it on my nails too, so. And it is, it was one of those Christmas colors that was everywhere. All right, so here we go. We're going to start painting. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys a little bit closer. And there. And there. So you guys can see. Hold on a second. Oopsie. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go. I'm going to get closer and start churning this sweet baby. There we go. And it is a beautiful color, you guys. It's one of those colors that God keeps reminding me to expand my territory when it comes to my horizons, when it comes to coloring. I usually go for the same, don't we get in the same old colors? Kind of like becomes a brand, right? We get to the same old colors. Here we go. Now the edges will be painted in another color. Going to make sure that I don't come around or come inside where my cross is. And this is the time that I really need my glasses, because these eyes are not what they used to be. Thank you for those that are continuing to also go to Esmeralda's page and continue to support her content. Because our pages many times do take a hit, guys. Right? So thank you for supporting her like that as well. Now, want to let you know that as this dries, there is going to be some shrinking, just a tab. And so as it does, always have that extra paint on hand so that we could continue to, at whatever point, be able to cover anything that, any type of crackles or anything like this. So let me go ahead and do this side. Trying to be very, very careful. This is going to look so beautiful against that kind of like that antique parchment paper, antique parchment color that we added to the canvas. Go ahead and turn it around and be able to get to these little spots. And this is a very soft, long bristle brush. It's not, believe it or not, it's not a synthetic brush. It's more of a natural hair brush. So because of that, it's very smooth. You know, I never thought, you guys, that brushes can make such a difference until I started using brushes of another, you know, a little bit higher quality brushes. And started learning about them, you guys, in the types of brushes. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and give it more of a top coat here, second coat. And thank you. I am unable right now to look at the comments, but thank you so much for the comments, for all your hearts and all of your support, guys. And if you're just stepping in, this piece is going to be auctioned in the next, I would say, 5 minutes. So I need to go ahead and hurry up. Need to make sure that that doesn't go through the other side. All right, so I'm going to close this up. I'm going to go ahead and try to clean up my side. There. And continue my second coat of paint. And there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and help it to dry just slightly. And I'm going to start working on the inner part. And for that, I have one of these smallest little brushes. Look at that tiny little thing. Here we go. Thank you, Janny's palette. How are you? I'm gonna go ahead and take this gold, one of my favorite ones. It is Treasure Gold by Folk Art. And I'm going to come inside, and this is where he takes the glasses, you guys. This is where he seriously takes the glasses. Yeah, I think I'm due for a new prescription. Now this has some, is raised in some points, and you know, had it been completely, once it's completely dry, so you guys, we could go back and then just do some highlights with a little bit of a darker paint in there, on the cross, but it's really not necessary. We just leave it like that. It's one of those beautiful pieces that you guys can keep out any time throughout the year. You could be gifted as a gift for you all, almost practically any occasion. Have a tiny little bit here that I did not get to paint. Hold on a second. Let's do the edges here. It's a tiny little bit that I didn't touch. Okay, here we go. Nothing like doing detail work when you're trying to rush. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys, and the hearts. I'm just imagining you sending, and really trying to keep my eyes down. Paint that little tiny bit here. This is all going to be added right into the canvas, right in the middle. I will be using some, what do you call that, wood glue to glue it. All right. So this will eventually just get a little slightly just touch-ups here and there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just do a tiny little tap here. There. So this is also going to be added. We're going to be adding the gold on the edges. So I'm going to get my gold. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like a cement, or like a tile, right? And I'm going to go ahead, and this is going to come around. We're going to just very quickly just do the edging, especially towards the one that is closest to what's going to be glued to the canvas. That's the part that I'm going to make sure that we're covering all good. I could always come back and retouch whatever is closest to the top color, but I can't go do that to the bottom when it's close to the canvas. This would be the easiest way to do it. All right, you guys. In just 1 minute, I'm going to be starting the auctioning part of this episode. And today's, we're going to start it, the auction, we're going to begin it right at $10. Give me 1 second so that I could look up. I'm going to go ahead and glue this baby down. All right, let me go ahead and get my wood glue. I'm a one-hand person here. And I'm going to add my wood glue with a brush, especially here on the edges. And I'm working from the top part out. And the reason why I rather do it with a brush is so that when the weight comes down, I don't want glue to, you know, to creep, to be able to come out from underneath, seep out. All right, so put that down, put this on the side. Let's go ahead and bring our canvas. This canvas does not have a tooth, one of those tooth, what do you call that, hooks. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of slightly glue just in the center of it. Going to go ahead and bring it. I'm going to put it right on there. Trying to see, just really need to see where my center will be. And there it is. Okay, now I'm going to hold it up and let's go ahead and begin. We have about 3 minutes to do our auction. All right, friends, let me go ahead and look at this. And our auction will begin, as I said, right at $10. And thank you for those that are coming. Enjoy. Mona, thank you for coming and watching today on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, so let's see. What gold and small brush are you using? This small brush that I use, so let me go ahead and do that question, is a number 2 flat shatter brush, and this one is the tiniest. It's a tiny little thing that I buy at art stores for painters. The gold that I use is the Treasure Gold by Folkart. Is this one, Treasure Gold by Folkart. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And we have a 15 by Lori and a 20 by Karen Merva. So we got 20 so far by Karen Merva, and this is what's going to be. You guys, I think I think I might just leave the white as it is, or I'm just gonna go ahead and do a slightly edging on a little bit of a wax, or just a slightly black just around the edges, just to make a margin. Anybody else? Karen Merva. We have 1 more minute, you guys. Karen Merva. All right, so we have somebody else at 25. Trying to see Angie. 25, and Mary Snyder, thank you for, she says it's beautiful. And 25 by Angie. All right, guys, let's do this for Chad and Esmeralda. Remember, this is not for me. It's going to be right for them. So let's see. Anybody else? 25 by Angie Emery. All right. We have just the last minute here, you guys. Got the last minute here. I have a clock right here. Here we go. $25. Anybody else? Let's do the last 30-second. I'm not leaning it too much forward, you guys, simply because it may slide because there's still glue on the bottom. It is a 10 by 10 canvas, and that does look, I mean, it looks like from here, you guys, and I'm going to put a glaze onto the top part of this what do you call that, what looks like a tile on the crossbar. I am going to put a glaze just on that part, not on the canvas. All right, so just to let you know that. $25 for Angie Emery. Let's go ahead and count the last 15 seconds. And 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Blessings. Thank you so much. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, $26 for Lori Newton. 1, and I think, Lori, were you holding on to the end? All right, we got $26 for Lori Newton. All right, you guys, so there it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate being part of this. Remember, all of the blessings go to our friend Smeralda and her husband Chad, who is still healing. And let's say the prayers, you guys, that the Lord will restore his health to completion. Perfect health. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I had a good time with you, and have a beautiful rest of your Saturday, and enjoy the rest of the event for today on this here benefiting our friends. All right, love you guys, and have a good rest of the day. I will be contacting our friend Lori, so I'm going to be messaging you.